Welcome back to No BS Just News with Steve. As always, I'm your host. Thanks for tuning in to the best YouTube around. Just kidding. It's Wednesday, y'all. And the Senate is just going to get the bill today. They are going to do a vote tomorrow. And they're probably going to remove the $15 minimum wage, and then it will go back to the House for a vote, and then to the president. You've got Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema who say if the $15 minimum wage and along with some other things stay in this bill, we will not vote for it. It has to be removed for us to vote for it. And they need all the Democratic votes, with Kamala Harris being the tiebreaker for it to get to the president. So the Senate wants to get this voted on by Friday. It's a vote-a-rama tomorrow, and then have a final vote by Friday, even in late Saturday, and then to the president. The last time the vote-a-rama happened, I think it took like 14 hours. So that means they add stuff, they remove stuff, everybody gets a say, and then they go to the final vote. So March 14th is next, not this Sunday, but the next. So it has to be to the president before next Sunday for these checks to go out, for the unemployment to continue, for some of the moratoriums to go on, for the PPP loans to continue, for the state and local aid fund. There's a lot going on in this American Rescue Plan, so hopefully we see that soon. And the child care credit will start in July. $250 for kids over the age of 6, $300 for kids under the age of 6, going into the year 2022. And that's per month, per child. So that's a pretty good tax credit that's in that bill. Looks like $10,000 for student loan debt will hopefully be relieved. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that's it. It's looking pretty good. You know, you never know. It's the government. Who knows? Who knows if they'll get this freaking thing passed before March 14th? Unemployment will shoot up to $400 a week on top of the states already. What they pay out, it's $300 right now. It'll go to $400 in AZ, so that'd be $640 every 2 weeks, or every week, excuse me. So $1,280 every 2 weeks, which is a pretty good income for being on unemployment. I don't know if it's an incentive to go back to work for some folks, because it's probably more than what they currently take home. I don't know. But nonetheless, it's there. Now, I've had some conversation with some friends of mine. One in particular, I've mentioned him on my channel before, Archie, asking me about the minimum wage. Here's the thing, folks. The federal national average for minimum wage is $7.25 an hour, right? $7.25 an hour. You can't live on $7.25 an hour. It doesn't, I honestly don't care what state you live in. You still can't, that's $15,000 a year before taxes. No matter whether you live in Alabama, Alaska, wherever you live, and the cost of living is very low, you're still scraping by at $7.25 an hour. You're going to be working 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 jobs trying to get by if you have a car payment, insurance, your mortgage, electricity, water, food, any extracurricular activity. It's no money at all. In AZ, it's $12 an hour. It's like $12.15 or something like that. It just went up in 2019. It went to 10, and then it's gradually increased. But prior to that, it was $7.25. California, where the cost of living is ginormous, is $15 an hour, and that's what they're trying to boost the minimum wage to, 15 across the board. You cannot live in California for $15 an hour. You are going to be working multiple jobs, even if you're in a family of, you're married, let's say you both make $15 an hour, it's still tough. And here's the argument. It's going to cost, it's going to make everything else go up because minimum wage is going to go up. Well, that's going to happen no matter what. If you haven't noticed, the gas prices, milk used to be like $1.19. It's now like $2. Inflation happens no matter what, folks. It doesn't matter if they raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour or not. Costs are going to continue to increase for the simple fact that the government is putting out this stimulus money for a reason, to stimulate the economy, and that's going to inflate prices for a fact, because they got to get that money back. We're already in a huge jam, recession times 10. People just haven't realized it yet. Not all of you, but a lot of you. You haven't. I got something on my lip. I don't know what that is. But it's either way. Cost of living is going to go up, and your increase for the cost of living increase we never see. How many of you get a cost of living raise every time the cost of living goes up? Let me know. I'll actually, maybe I'll do a vote on that. How many people get when the cost of living goes up, do you get an automatic increase? I know that I don't. I know that a lot of people don't. Even your base, not even minimum wage. Let's say you're making $20 an hour. You're still struggling to live. $21 an hour, $22 an hour. If you've got a couple car payments, a mortgage, kids, food, light, water, if you want to have any type of cable service or internet, a lot of people want to have internet. By the time you pay all that, you're broke. You're living paycheck to paycheck. And then some people start to utilize credit cards, and then they get to where they're maxed out and they can't pay those off. It's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle, and a lot of people have become homeless in this COVID time. So I do disagree with not raising the cost to minimum wage, because either way, cost of living is going to go up no matter what. It will go up. It goes up every year, and it will continue to go up until we get caught up. And who knows when that will be. We're already $24.5 trillion in debt, and we've continued to send out even more money. There's several thousand businesses in the state of Arizona that are closing that have been around for 20, 25 years, 30, because they can't afford to remain open, because nobody's going and buying anything because they don't have any money to do so. The unemployment rate is huge. It was 840,000 plus again last week. People are always going to take advantage of the system. They're always going to live off welfare or have kids to be able to get food stamps and cash assistance and whatever. It is what it is. You can't, it's not even worth worrying about, because it's always going to be there until somebody puts a stop to it. Trump was going to try to do that, but it takes a lot to say, you know what? Okay, you can be on welfare, but you can only be on welfare for 3 years, and then you got to find a job. That's tough. It's easier said than done. So I don't know, folks. That's my rant for the day. I'm going to call Archie today and have a little debate. I totally get his view. I get his point. But, I agree to disagree. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like my content and share this bad boy. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.